Hi-ho, Tudor-minded people. It's Philadelphia Carrie for Tudor Time Machine. Dear Tudor-files, caution. Use the word I share with you this week with care. 'Tis an insult. It might earn you a box on the ears or a challenge to a duel if you are a gentleman. Clotpole is the mot, and oh calumny! I have heard that the people of London whisper it against Her Majesty, my good mistress Queen Anne. They ridicule her manner of speaking, for 'tis true her native tongue was Danish, then she was schooled in Scots, and now she must master our English. I hazard those Clotpoles who call Queen Anne a Clotpole can barely make themselves understood in one tongue, let alone three. Ah, 'tis against all propriety to call a queen a Clotpole, and yet whispers echo, people talk, even against ones of lofty birth. I do recall me of a time in the court of my former dear lady Queen Elizabeth. Her jester, John Pace, was no simpleton Clotpole, but a bitter fool. To anticipate his harsh humour against her, Elizabeth said, "Come, Pace, now we shall hear of our faults." To which he retorted that he did not want to talk of that all the town talks of. Pitikins! To wear the crown is to bear the scrutiny of the multitude. Gloriana was ridiculed for her quick temper, for wearing a wig, for being penny-pinching, and being a peacock. Yet to me she was every inch a queen, who bore herself with dignity to the last. Queen Anne must bear it too, though she be libelled with Clotpole by unkind common lips.
Clotpole. How now, Tudor files, what think you? If you're new here, I'm Gage.
I'm Jessica.
And we're here with Philadelphia Carrie for Tudor Word of the Week.
Don't miss a word, and listen to Tudor Time Machine's Out Brief Candle podcast, in which I solve a bloody murder at the Globe Theatre. Listen on Spotify or your favourite streaming service while you are gadding about, and subscribe on YouTube, and give me a like.
Tudor files are an amazing bunch. Every one of you has the brain power of Portia and the courage of Cleopatra. Philadelphia, can you give us the spelling of Clotpole, our word of the week?
It is spelled Clotpole.
And as all of you Tudor files have probably figured out, it means idiot.
Clot means a lump. So basically it means lump-headed, or as we might say now, a blockhead. It might have been a word originated by Shakespeare. I mean, he certainly loved the word. He used it in Troilus and Cressida, Cymbeline, and even in King Lear.
Philadelphia, it's unfortunate, but the idea that Anne of Denmark was a Clotpole has persisted. This is what one historian wrote about her as recently as 2001. Anne had proved to be both dull and indolent, though showing a certain tolerant amiability so long as her whims were satisfied. She was interested in little that was more serious than matters of dress.
Oh, pernicious slander! Dull and indolent this queen is not. She is all vigour and energia, and will dance and sing in a mask far into the night. Why, 'tis she who is first on the floor as we practise our dance steps. 'Tis she who takes the largest part. Whims indeed! She loves all the arts, and patrons many men of great talent.
It does seem a little unfair that because Anne of Denmark encouraged the arts in England, she's accused of being whimsical and a kind of clodpole.
I know. I mean, she patronized visual artists like Oliver Isaac, Paul van Zoom, and Daniel Maitines, and he is said to have led the English taste in visual arts for a generation. She patronized the musician John Dowland and other French musicians. I mean, she really had incredible taste.
Right, and of course she was a huge supporter of Ben Jonson and the English architect Indigo Jones, who she hired to do all the costumes and set pieces for the court masques.
And she encouraged architecture at Whitehall. She had gardens laid out by an eminent naturalist of the time. You know, I think historians are clotpoles. King Henry VIII is lauded for the artists and musicians he brought to the English court. He's never been called whimsical and unserious because he loved music and art. He's remembered for ushering the Renaissance into England and for writing Greensleeves, which he didn't write.
That is true. I think there's a little Polish sexism going on here.
So I guess a king who supports the arts is a Renaissance man. A queen who supports the arts is a Clotpole airhead. Oh dear. Well, give heed, Tudorphiles. Bring some 16th century sauce to your vocabulary with the cruel jibe Clotpole. But do not use it against my good Queen Anne. Listen in next time. Don't miss a word. Subscribe on YouTube and give me a like.